Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you're returning viewers, I have a super cute install tutorial for you guys today. It is this braided half a pap down, as you can see, with these fluffy curls. So if you'd like to see how I achieve this look, keep on watching. I thought this would be super cute for back to school as well, so yeah, stay tuned. Let's get straight into it, y'all. So I am applying my bald cap over these braids, stretching that out, and I'm going to be taking my scissors to cut out the ear tabs. This is done for one, to make it easier, and two, for the bald cap to just lay super flat. So after I get done with this, I'm going to be taking my Got To Be glue spray and spraying that and smoothing it out with my finger along my hairline. Now I'm taking my Ghost Bond glue in the classic. This is the classic version, and I'm taking it and applying it and gliding it around the edge of right where I finished spraying that Got To Be glue spray. This is just for extra security and to make sure that it lays even more flat. Now that that is applied, I'm taking my popsicle stick and I'm just smoothing that out. You want to make sure it is smoothed out properly so that it can dry properly and won't be super wet. You want it to get nice and tacky and dry, okay? Blow drying that on medium warm, or it was cool. It really doesn't matter what setting you blow dry it on. Like, it really doesn't. I do it on different settings all the time. But now I'm just cutting off that cap directly where that glue ends, okay? Not leaving any extra cap. And I'm making sure I'm very precise with it as well. Also cutting off the back of that cap because that's not needed. Now that my cap is flat, I'm taking my Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation in the shade RD15, as well as this fluffy dense brush, and I'm smoothing that all the way around my cap. To cleanse my hairline of any of that makeup, as well as any other extra oils that was on my skin, I'm using this Cifro 70% alcohol and a cotton round to just cleanse all of that. Here's the inside construction of the cap. As you can see, we have 4 combs back here and the straps and the lace in the back that we always cut off. This is the lace tinted as well as bleached and plucked by me, of course. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut off the ear tabs before we get started with anything else with this install. I'm going in to pluck this hairline just a little bit more because it didn't give what it's supposed to give at first. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It just didn't look too clean to me, so I'm doing the pluck and skip method here, and then I'm hot combing this hair back for the hairline to look more clean before I adhere the glue to my skin. To make sure that this glue sticks the way it's supposed to stick, I'm cleaning my skin one last time of any of the makeup that could have touched my skin again from the actual wig itself. I'm using my Ghost Bond Classic glue, and I'm applying that directly up under and on the end of my cap, as you can see, and I'm applying it like barely half of an inch. Well, not applying it barely half of an inch below it, but smoothing it out with a popsicle stick half of an inch, barely, like I said, below it, because we don't want it to go too far. Like, the cap is really the map, is me mapping out how and where the wig should lay and where it's supposed to lay. And I did 3 layers of this, and I blow dried this on medium warm heat for sure each time. You want to be sure to smooth out and use your popsicle stick to smooth out the glue smoothly so that it's no lumps and clumps, because once that glue is like onto the wig, it is not going to look right. It's going to look very messy. So you want to make sure you're really smoothing that out until it is clear. Well, not until it's clear, but you want to dry it until it's clear before applying the next layer of glue. To make sure that the glue is actually tacky and sticky, you can just take the popsicle stick and press it into where you have the glue applied, and if it's sticky and it feels tacky, then it is ready to be applied to your skin. So I'm taking my the lace, and I'm pushing that down and pressing it in directly where I had the glue applied, nowhere further up or nowhere further down, exactly where that glue is. You want to be very precise with this so that when you cut the lace, there's no glue and white spots left behind, or that you have to reapply a whole lot of glue. So I'm pressing this glue in with my fine tooth comb, the teeth of the comb, and I'm smoothing that out, and my blow dryer is on warm heat, I believe. And I'm just smoothing that glue in, making sure it is very much melted. I'm taking my Got To Be glue spray and I'm applying that around the lace just to make sure that this is super flawless. I was not sure how this wig install was going to come out, so I wanted to do any other extra step that I could. I'm taking my Ultimate Melt Belt from I Am Beautiful Hustler and I'm leaving that on for a little bit longer than 10 minutes. So this is what it looks like once it's melted into my skin. I noticed that the hairline was a little bit far back. This hairline was just a little odd. I don't know, like, I really don't know. But it came out super cute. So as you can see, I cut directly in the middle so I can cut evenly on both sides with my razor. And I'm just gliding that razor down smoothly and really in zigzag motions, cutting off any lace that does not need to be there. I'm trying to cut the lace as close to the hairline as possible so that we don't have any lace that needs to be there being shown for no reason. Now for the baby hairs, I'm taking the end of my edge brush, the comb side, and I'm just pulling out those hairs precisely, making sure that they're not too thin or too thick for my liking. This is all about preference, however thick or thin you want your baby hairs to look, just as long as they look neat and clean, okay? So I'm pulling that out on each side, as you can see, and I will also be pulling out my sideburns, as we're just doing 2 in the front and 2 on the side. Taking my hot comb and I'm just pressing out these hairs. This is curly hair, so I wanted to make sure that these baby hairs would lay flat, and because we are going to be doing the curling method with these baby hairs, so I wanted to make sure that they were already pressed out in a way, because this hair again is curly, but I do this on any texture of hair. Taking whatever is left over on that makeup brush, the same makeup that I used for my cap as well as my lace, and I'm applying that smoothly and precisely around my lace, as well as some Got To Be glue spray to make sure that this wig, like I said, is melted into my skin. I'm using that melt belt again as I style this hair. Now that I have a part that I want, I'm taking my hot comb and I'm pressing that hair out. I'm going to be using this hot comb a lot for this hairstyle to make sure that it is super flat. The serum that I'm using is the Fantasia Icy Hair Polisher Heat Protectant Serum, and I'm using that to smooth out and help smooth out this hair even further and get it more flat and flat. Okay, we want this hair to be super pressed out. After bleaching the knots, I did not add any other product to this hair. So in the back, it is the regular texture that it came in. In the front, it is a little combed out and poofy. So I'm just combing the rest of the hair out here. These are the results of the melt after having the melt belts on for, I'll probably say 12-13 minutes. This is me just being a perfectionist here. It's really not necessary to do this, but the end result was bomb, so maybe you should. I just plucked a little bit extra here. I'm taking my razor and I'm shaving off those baby hairs. So I did attempt to do some extra baby hairs, like doing the fluffy ones when you just use the spray, and girl, that did not work. So I did not show you guys that. But I did continue to show you guys the steps that I did take to make the baby hairs actually look the way I wanted them to look. So I'm taking the same serum that I used earlier, and I'm using that before I use my 1/2-inch flat iron. I'm going to get that Kiss one though, because that seems like a better quality one. Like, it's very thin, like my what you call, I don't know what part of the flower this is, but as you can see, the Kiss ones, if you've seen them, they're a lot thinner. But nevertheless, I'm taking my baby hairs, I'm just curling them. I'm using my Eco Styler gel and just a little bit. I'm not applying it all throughout the baby hairs, just at the top, barely on the bottom. I'm using the brush side first, as well as my finger, to smooth out these baby hairs and get them all together and uniformed. As you can see, I'm using the C method, as I be telling y'all to do, so that they can come out looking really uniform and just together, and like, you know, I don't know. But since I'm using this Eco Styler gel, it was really helpful because, and I like using Eco Styler gel because, like the Got To Be Glue gel or the Gorilla Snot, like it's really molded and you can't really play with it. So now I'm taking the comb side, and what I was doing was combing those hairs out so they can appear more fluffy. I wanted to have a extra sideburn moment for this style, so I just pulled out some pieces of hair and I'm going to hot comb them out like I did the rest of the baby hairs. Apply that same serum, and then I'm going to shave them off and make them even to each other until the sideburns actually have mapped out, and I'm going to be curling them, as you can see here. And then I'm actually going to shave it off after that. I lied. This just added a little bit more of a oomph to the look, and I love the way that it came out. Like, it looked really flirty and cute, especially once all my baby hairs started to look fluffy, like after the install was done. But ooh, y'all see that? This is the hairline. This is what it's giving. Definitely underestimated this lace. So let's get into these braids. I'm taking the tail of this ragtail comb and I'm just parting it out from my desired part. Probably like 2 inches I pulled out from the top, and I didn't part out it all the way to the end of my sideburn and the end of the lace because I wanted them to be pulled back, so I didn't do that. But as you can see, yeah, just trying to get that part right and correct. I'm repeating the same thing to the next side, and I did this together because if I didn't, I knew they wouldn't have came out even. So I did that together. I'm clipping the hair in the back so that I do not accidentally pull any of those hairs into the braid while I'm braiding them, and this really helped to get the braid to be really sleek. And yeah, so highly recommend to keep that hair pushed back so it's not in your way. I'm using that same oil and that serum as well as my hot comb to press out that hair one last time, and brushing it out in the front to make sure that I just have a seamless hold when I begin to braid. This is not a braiding tutorial. I'm not even all that good at braiding to be telling y'all how to braid. It's self-explanatory. I highly recommend watching a YouTube tutorial on how to braid if you want to achieve this look and you do not know how to braid. It's very easy to learn how to braid, by the way, but I'm just not gonna tell you. So as you can see, I'm braiding very tightly to the scalp of the wig and making sure I don't accidentally pull any of those pieces out from the front, continuously pushing those back with my hand if needed. And as you can see, I made that a little bumpy, so it's okay to make mistakes. We're just gonna dust ourselves off and try it again as I did. And yeah, you want to be precise with this and braid it. Actually, don't braid it towards the back, because if you do that, it's not going to come out looking like it should be going towards the back, if you get what I'm saying. You should braid it directly close to that hairline. Once it's where it needs to be, I'm going to continue braiding that down. Not all the way down, because I will be taking out that braid once I clip it to the back, but I just clipped that back so I can see what it's supposed to look like, and then I'm continuing the braid on the other side the same exact way. This braid did come out a little bit bigger, but that's okay. You really couldn't notice. Yes, if you do that, it don't matter, girl. Don't go in and redo the whole braid unless you're a perfectionist, but you really couldn't tell the difference. I'm going in and I'm hot combing the back of that hair, applying some more of that oil, because once I clip it back, I want this to lay really flat. And I also applied the hot comb to the front earlier. As you've seen, I was moving fast, but earlier, just to ensure that it was looking flat and seamless and all that. I'm using bobby pins to simply clip this back. I used about 4 or 5 all together, not all together, but on each side. And then I'm undoing that braid that we no longer need, and then I'm going to get into these curls. I'm barely taking any water. I'm spritzing it very lightly because I want this hair to look super fluffy. I am spraying it slightly more heavier on the ends, as well as with my curling cream that I use. I use the Auntie Jackie's curl maintenance defining whip. As you can see here, this is what it looks like, and I've put that slightly throughout the hair, and I'm only using my fingers to apply it. And then I focused it, like I said, with water on the end so that they can look defined. The curls can look more defined. I'm only using a wide tooth comb to comb out that product and that water, because a dimming brush or just a wig brush would have made the curls look more defined. Like I said, I wanted them to look fluffy. I'm using that same cream foundation, the RD15 by Ruby Kisses, in this little tiny brush that is skinny, and I'm just defining my part to get rid of any knots or whatever, even though these knots were bleached. But anyways, I smoothed that out with my fingers so that it wouldn't look cakey. And I'm doing the same thing around my lace one last time so that this can really give scalp. This is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure to check the description box for all the information on this hair, as well as my social medias to keep up with me, and I'll see you guys in my next one.